Hey, Steve. How you doing? Thanks for taking my call.
Yeah.
Steve, can I make a quick comment on the last call and then ask my question?
Well, I've got my lines full, so take as little time as you can.
I was just going to say regarding the whole gay LGBT issue, for me personally, the way I deal with it is in my life right now, I'm really concentrating and being mindful of working on my own shortcomings than pointing out others. But that's just me at this point. I have enough of my own demons.
Wait. Why are those the two options? Why is it that kind of a dichotomy? I can either point out somebody else's problems or else just treat my own problems. How about if I take my full responsibility and deal with the problems in my life first and then be able to address them in other people's lives? Because we're supposed to speak the truth to the society, but we should be living it first. So it's not a dichotomy.
I don't think LGBT or gay issues are that much more of a sin than me being unloving to my neighbor. It's another character.
Wait a minute. I'm not talking about being unloving. Is it loving? Is it loving to let somebody live in a deception that's going to condemn them before God? Is that a loving thing when you know that you could tell them the truth?
It's not for me to say they're living in a deception or they're not. That's a form of judging. That's a form of judging them as well, isn't it?
Well, yes, it is. It absolutely is. We are supposed to speak the truth. And when you say the truth is that God says this is wrong, that is making a judgment. In fact, every time anyone says that anything is wrong, it's a judgment. In fact, when non-Christians tell Christians, you shouldn't judge, they're judging. That's saying that judging is wrong. When you say that something is wrong, you are judging. That's what a judgment is. You're saying about anything that may have a quantitative or qualitative value, you're saying if you make a judgment that this is right or this is wrong, that's a judgment. That's judging. Now, again, when the non-Christian says, well, you shouldn't judge, well, they're saying that judging is wrong and that not judging is right. So they're judging something. They're making a judgment. If people don't make judgments, they'll be like animals who have no moral standards at all. If we say that somebody should not rape a child, that's making a judgment. If we're saying people should not traffic in children, that's making a judgment. If we say that drug dealers should not lace drugs with fentanyl and kill people, that's making a judgment. We're saying that's a wrong thing to do. Now, God has given us a lot of information about what's right and what's wrong. And we have to say that if somebody thinks that something is right, which God says is wrong, they're making a judgment too. They're just making a wrong one. So it's not that we have a choice. We can either judge or not judge. Everybody judges all the time. We're always saying, this is right, this is wrong. We're always saying, I wouldn't do that, or I would do that. That's making a judgment about something. It's something I wouldn't choose to do because I don't think it's right. Now, to say that somebody says something is right, but God says it's wrong, and then you tell me that you don't know if they're really deceived or not. How could they not be deceived? If God says something is wrong and they judge wrongly that it is right, they're making a mistake. They're deceived. So anyway, I think you're making a false dichotomy when you say, I'm not going to try to help other people come to a better relationship with God because I really need to work on my relationship with God. If you think that's loving, well, then you're a narcissist. You think that you are the only one that matters to God. I do need to make my relationship as right with God as it can be. But that's just so that I'll be qualified to do something for other people who are not right with God. And if they think they're right with God when they're not, that's the worst of all conditions for them to be in. So if somebody knows the truth and somebody else is living a lie because they don't know the truth, and the person who knows the truth doesn't say, hey, by the way, that's wrong, that's not right, how is that loving? You don't lie to people that you love. When you love someone, you tell them the truth. Now, you speak the truth in love. Now, are you making a judgment? Sure, so are they. I mean, if a person says, I'm a man and I identify as a woman, they're judging themselves to be doing something that's okay. If you say something's okay, you've made a judgment of it, a positive judgment of it. If someone else says, no, that's not okay, that's also making a judgment. You simply can't live in a world without making judgments, or else, like I said, you won't know right from wrong about anything, because everything you know about right and wrong is a judgment of that thing. So I think you're confused about that, Rez. Thanks for your call. Let's talk.